Cool. All right. So, what sort of questions?
Yeah, my thoughts are that Creed 2004 shows the Russian game development community is maturing. Location is better, it's easier to access. The booths, there's a lot of interesting software. There's more of an international presence. We should get more international publishers out here as well.
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's undeniable that the logistics of this event are a lot better than last year's event. And it seems that there's some just really fantastic development going on in Russia, particularly on the PC platform. I think that's sort of something that's unique to Eastern Europe, is that there's a huge focus on PC versus other consoles, and something that's very exciting for nvidia, because obviously we're primarily on the PC platform. Some of the most interesting things I saw was from actually Ukrainian companies, both GSC, which is working on Stalker, of course, and Digital Spray, which had a demo for You Are Empty. Some really good stuff there. Yeah, the art there is incredible. The technology, the post-processing effects that they have for doing sort of an old film effect, really great. So it's exciting to see that the technology is only getting better and better every year that we come to this event. There's three things going to create an even better environment for game development, particularly PC game development in Russia and the CIS countries. First of which is a strong background in math, programming, physics. The former Soviet Union had a very strong policy for engineering education, and that lives on in Russia and former CIS countries. Second of which is relatively low salaries compared to the West. I can see that salaries are increasing very quickly in Russia and CIS, but at the current point in time, it's still very cost effective for Western publishers to consider Eastern European developers for cutting costs significantly. Third thing is that PC development is huge here because of the relative scarcity for other programming console development platforms, for PlayStation 2, for GameCube, for Xbox, for whatever reasons. So that all of the engineering talent that's going on here for programming games is dedicated largely to PC development. So for those three reasons, we think it's extremely interesting, and it's only going to get bigger in the next year.
As John said, there's a lot of very talented guys putting a lot of their skills into creating great-looking technology. We need now, and I guess this time next year when Creed comes around again, a lot of games will have shipped and proven the gameplay element, shown that it has the story and the gameplay and everything, not just beautiful-looking technology.
Wow, I think we're a long ways away from reality. A lot of games are going for surrealistic and sort of non-photorealistic approaches in their games, but as good as these things look with Stalker, with You Are Empty, I'm not mistaking it for reality. I don't know about you. It doesn't look like a photograph to me yet. And there are so many things that need to be done, particularly for lighting models and for shadows, that we can't even approach the techniques that are being employed in film and video production these days, simply because we don't have enough processing power on the chips. And if we reach a point where you are mistaking the image for reality and you think you are totally immersed, we don't have jobs anymore, because that means our job is done and that we don't have to work anymore.
So we're not only working with these developers on what they're developing now, they're giving us constant feedback to say, in 2 years' time, we want to achieve this. And that feedback is worked back at our labs on the technology. So the developers have a real input in what we are developing for hardware.
Wow, it's huge. We're, I'd say 90% of my time is dominated by trying to figure out how we're going to build a presence here in Russia. You can expect a large-scale presence of NVIDIA by the end of the year here, and probably by mid-year. And it's going to be very exciting.
And the other factor is, so obviously a lot of these games are getting developed here and are selling in Western Europe, but they're also selling here. So whilst retail in this region is now becoming more stable, a lot of what we do with the Way It's Meant to Be Played program is not just about putting logos on boxes, it's about doing stuff at retail to get the game software next to the hardware so that the consumer makes a purchasing decision like they're buying a console game. 90% of people who have a PC in their home play games on consoles. Why? When PC games are so much better. And compatibility is the issue. They've told us that the problem is they buy a console game and they know it'll work. So what we want them to do is buy a PC game and have the same assurity that it will work. So we're doing a lot of promotional work in every region now to educate the consumer that what they have in their PC is nvidia, and then to educate them that, and if they buy games with this logo, it'll work on that PC.
Thanks for Igramania for support for this program.
Absolutely. So thank you, Igor Romania.
Thank you, Igor Romania.
Спасибо. All right.